Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Fit and Focus for Remote Work and Digital Nomads podcast. My name is Shurina. I'm a brain performance coach, certified nutritionist, health nutrition coach, and just someone with a lot of passion for, guys, for what? For understanding our brain and helping you to use nutrition, lifestyle, behavior, environment tools to change that brain settings so you feel your very best every single day. We all have those days when we feel amazing, like everything just flows through us. We are on fire, motivated, focused, we get things done. We all have those moments and mornings and sometimes afternoons, sometimes evenings. But what if you could have that whenever you need that? And that's what this podcast is all about. How to bring the state that you need to deliver your best at this specific moment. Like, for example, in a couple of hours, I'm going to be writing a new blog post, and I need to be at a certain state, creative, but also analytical, trying to make really good arguments and bring value, but also making it fun. It's a specific state, combining logic and creativity and bringing insights from all my past experiences and what I'm learning now, bringing some anecdotes from real life. It's a special experience, and I know how to set up my environment conditions to bring my brain into this setting of creativity, but also at the same, combining it with logic and memories and experiences. So if you can have this on demand, if you know how to operate your brain, this most sophisticated machine in the entire universe, there is very little you can't achieve, guys. So that's what I'm really passionate about. Today is Monday, guys, and it's August 1st. Like, I absolutely love those months when it's Monday and it's the 1st and you're like, yeah, I have whole months ahead of me to bring some new ideas, new energies to life and make something happen in your existing business or your new business, maybe in your life, in your relationships. So I love those days. And plus, every Monday, I always like to share something about motivation and how to keep yourself motivated for the things that you gotta do this week. Very often for people like myself, like yourself, who are into development, who are into personal growth, personal, professional growth on all levels. Very often, most of the goals that we are trying to do, action steps that we want to do, to take, they are challenging, right? And so motivation and summoning this state of feeling motivated to attack, to pursue those challenges, it's a very important skill. And it is a skill once you understand how it works. So today, I want to bring you back to motivation as a skill and give you a very simple tool how to make yourself feel motivated about whatever it is you need to do. Now, some activities, obviously, they are more connected to our vision, to our goal, and we feel more motivated to do them usually, right? We feel like, yeah, this is contributing to what I see in the world happening. Like for me, I see myself building the biggest coaching and education company, helping people to learn how to use different tools, from food to environment to feel our best and do our best, how to use all of that in the simplest science-based way possible. So that's my passion. That's where I see myself. So when I coach, when I do classes, when I do content, when I create this podcast, when I speak, when I write, when I coach, I really feel on purpose. I have a lot of motivation. Like, you don't need to feed me. I'm going to be motivated for that. But things like learning more about sales, lead generation, different marketing and other stuff, it does not exactly feel for me like really something I'm motivated about, because it's kind of like a waste of my best abilities, my genius, right? But right now I need to do a lot of these things, and need to get somewhat good before I bring someone on board who can take this off my hands. And so I need to make myself feel motivated to bring clients and to start my business rolling on a more global level. So how do I make myself motivated? Like yesterday, I was learning about all this messaging and call scripts and how to do them to actually help people to feel connected to you as a coach and to make them understand that you indeed can help them to grow to the next level. So I was learning about that. And again, it's not like my area of passion there, but I still went through it and I felt fun. And that's because in my mind, I did one very crucial, very essential thing. And this is, guys, where you kind of like want to take a note either physically or in your mind. Physically always works better for remembering that. That's where I used my secret tools. It's not really that secret. You just need to understand that how it works. I connected to what I was doing, learning about those sales scripts to my vision, to my mission of building this global coaching education company. Because in order to bring clients on board, I do need to understand how sales, how enrolling people in your coaching or on this journey together, how it works. I need to understand that to build the beautiful vision of a better world, better brain-body manual education that I see myself creating in this world. And so I connected that. And that's why learning about this sales, I didn't really feel like something super, I don't know, boring or difficult or like a drag, No, it kind of actually felt fun. Maybe not as fun as coaching, speaking, writing, etc., but I did that and I learned and I made notes and I was fascinated. It was fun. And the crucial, essential step, again, that I did is before sitting down, before even writing that into my schedule to do that activity, to learn about those scripts, I ask myself, why do I need to do this? Why do I need to get better at enrolling people into my coaching programs? And why? Because the better I can enroll people, the more people I can help. And then the more people I can help, the more I can grow this coaching, this education, business or brand, or just this entity. The better I enroll people, the more people I can help. And that is helping me to realize my final vision. So before even again putting that into my schedule, before sitting down to do that, I connected this activity to my vision. And guess what neuroscience tells us, guys, is when you see the goal very clearly and you understand how this, what you need to do right now, contributes to the next step for me, that is enrolling new clients right now. That's gonna, at the end, of course, contribute to my final vision. But right now, I have a goal of enrolling more clients, more teams to coach. And that's why I want to get better at this. I have the vision, I have the goal, and I understand what the reward is. So what neuroscience tells us is when you know, when you visualize, when you envision clearly the goal that you are achieving by doing certain actions, when you draw this connection between what you're doing right now and what you want to ultimately achieve, the better you draw, the more clear that connection in your mind is, the more resources your body, your brain will free for you to start working on this goal. It even works in mice. What I just actually heard on Huberman Land podcast, it's one of the best podcasts from the world of neuroscience translated into practical tools. So what I just learned, it actually works even in mice. So when the mice sees the goal in that instance, it was food, closer, and it needs to work. I forgot what it was. It needed to work through cutting maybe some hole to get the food, or getting over other obstacle. Now, when the mouse sees the goal clearly and it is closer because it is more clear, it is closer, it is more clear, the mice start to work harder compared to if you just put it away somewhere further, or perhaps you condition the timing or certain stimuli, so the mice understand that the food is about to come. I need to work harder to get to it, right? Compared to if the food is coming somewhere in the distance, whether the time or physical distance, the mice will work less. But that's just how our brain works. The closer the reward, the closer, the bigger it seems that you have a chance to get this goal sooner, the more resources your brain gonna free, and the harder it's going to make you work by releasing things like dopamine and norepinephrine. Dopamine that makes us feel motivated for action, for pursuit of goals. Norepinephrine frees the energy to do so, to pursue that goal, right? So the closer that vision, that goal, the more connected we feel to that, like almost viscerally, like feeling that, that's why also all the people into visualization, all these teachers and gurus, they say, visualize it very clearly, feel it, smell it. And that's because the more modalities of the brain you engage, like feeling, the touch, the sense, the sound, the more modalities you engage of your brain, the more the closer that vision, that goal is to you. And the more dopamine, the more other molecules your brain will release, the more energy you're going to have to pursue that goal by doing in the moment what needs to get done. For long-term goals, like I have this long-term goal that's probably going to take a few years, few months for sure. For longer goals, it just becomes super important and essential for you to make this connection, to visualize, to draw it in your mind, that connection between what you need to do at the moment today with what you're going to get in the future. What also helps really well, of course, is to break down that bigger goal into smaller steps. So that smaller step, that smaller goal, it's just easier to imagine closer to you and make it more clear. So breaking down your goals works because of that, because it makes the goal more tangible. It draws it closer to you. You feel it better. And that's why it gives you more motivation, right? But the general idea is still the same. The more you visualize the goal, the reward, the closer you see it, the more possible you see it, the more resources like motivation, like dopamine are freed for you to pursue that goal. And so your only job when you are not feeling motivated to do certain things that you might not enjoy all that much, so your only job to increase your motivation, and it's not some woo science, it's neuroscience. So the only job that you have is to create that clear vision of end goal and connect what you need to do now to that goal and how it's going to contribute, why it's important. So simple question, ask yourself, why is this important for me, for my goals? And bring this, connection, visualize, make it very clear between what you need to do now and you're not that motivated to what you want to accomplish at some near or further future. And the same, guys, if you are a business owner and you have a team that kind of is not that motivated as you are, they just naturally not. You might be the founder or the CEO and you are the most motivated person on the team. So if you want to bring your team's motivation levels up, and everyone is struggling with motivation at some point or the other, then put it into a system, create some sort of ritual, put it in a special Slack room, or maybe you have Zoom meetings at the beginning of the day, whatever that is, or at the beginning of the week. Create a ritual around bringing that connection into very close sight, into plain view. Make it a very, very visual, the connection between people do and the end goal and mission. And help people to ask that question, why? Why is what I'm doing right now is important for some of my goals? It might be also their personal goal. Maybe they want to work for this company because they want to grow professionally, and that has nothing to do with the mission. But so help them to understand how the quality of their work, the building of the company helps them to also grow professionally and grow their, so to speak, personal brand. Help them to ask that why by installing routines. And of course, if you need someone to help you to do that, to install those rituals, those habits that's going to prime, for example, things like motivation for your team members so they are closer to your motivation levels, although I'm sure they probably not going to be able to do all of that motivation. But if you need help with that, then please get in touch. And that's exactly what I do when I work with companies and teams. But that being said, back to the idea that motivation is all about that connection between what you're doing now and your deeper values, whys, and goals. And you gotta make it crystal clear. Like you gotta feel it, touch it, smell it, hear that. And the more clear you are with where this, what you need to do, leads, the more motivation you're gonna have. That's why I never have problems with motivation. Like, okay, I need to work out. I don't feel like it, but why am I doing that? It's because I want to be in my best state to deliver on my goals. I want to be in my best shape to feel amazing in my body, to feel confident. And so whatever opportunity comes my way, I feel confident to pursue that, because exercise is just as great for your mental state as it is for your physical body, right? And then I have no problem with motivation. I go and work out and give it my best, some good music, and I'm good to go. So if you have any questions, guys, if you want me to help you to master your brain, if you want me to help you to help your team be your dream team, building one of a kind business, then please get in touch. Besides that, please do practice this motivation, because this is a skill. It only works when you practice it. So let me know how it works for you. And till next time, as usual, guys, eat better daily.